Natural disasters. Let us know about some natural disasters. Volcanic eruption. The interior of the earth contains molten rocks called magma. At some places, magma finds a vent through the crust of the earth and comes out of the surface. This is known as volcanic eruption. The molten magma which flows out through the vent is known as lava. Gases and ash also escape with lava. The hot and flowing lava destroys everything in its path. After the lava has cooled, it often forms a cone-shaped hill at the site of the volcanic eruption. The bowl-shaped opening at the top of the hill is called the crater. There are three types of volcanic: extinct, dormant, and active. Dead or extinct volcanoes are those which have not erupted for hundreds of years and are unlikely to do so in the future. Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, Africa, is an example of sleeping or dormant volcano. Africa is an example. Sleeping or dormant volcano is one which has not erupted for many years, but is expected to erupt sometime in the future. Mount Fujiyama in Japan is an example. Active volcanoes erupt often or are likely to erupt in the near future. Mount Etna in Italy is an example of this volcano. Precautions. These days, scientists can predict a volcanic eruption beforehand. In case of such prediction, evacuate to a safe place and obey any evacuation instructions that are given by the authorities. Keep food and water stored for such times. At such time, all the electronic gadgets should be switched off. Fishermen should stay away from the sea if a volcano is expected to erupt. Earthquake. Earthquakes are caused by a sudden movement or vibration within the earth. The earth experiences millions of earthquakes every year. Most of them are minor. We do not even feel most of them. This may result in minor or sometimes major disasters such as loss of human and animal lives, collapsing of buildings, roads and bridges, breaking or uprooting of trees, etc. Focus is the place of origin of an earthquake. The point directly above the focus on the surface of the earth is known as epicenter. The effect of an earthquake is the maximum near the epicenter. An instrument that measures and records the duration of an earthquake is called seismograph. It measures the force of an earthquake on the Richter scale. The scientific study of the earthquakes is called the seismology. Major earthquakes are very destructive. They cause a lot of damage to life and property. Seismic zones. Earthquakes take place without any warning. It is difficult to predict an earthquake. However, scientists have named some areas on the earth as regions of high seismic activity or low seismic activity depending on the frequency and magnitude of earthquakes. Frequent earthquakes occur in the Himalayan ranges in the northern part of India. Earthquakes also occur very frequently in Japan and the Philippines. Precautions during earthquakes. Move quickly to an open area when we sense tremors. Stay away from buildings, electric poles and vehicles. Avoid using a lift during or immediate after an earthquake. If trapped inside the house, cover your head under hard objects such as chair, table, etc. Do not attempt to use electrical gadgets. Tsunami, pronounced as Su-nam-e. Tsunami is also known as a tidal wave. It is a series of waves of gigantic size that are created when water in an ocean is rapidly displaced. Underwater volcanic eruption or an undersea earthquake causes tsunami. A tsunami travels thousands of kilometers without losing its energy. When it approaches land, it becomes a wall of water towering 10 to 15 meters above the surface, charging in at a furious speed. The wave destroys everything in its path. The effects of tsunami are devastating. Precautions. Before approaching, tsunamis give a little warning. If a tsunami warning is sounded, one should immediately move to a higher ground. It is better to stay away from the ocean till it is declared safe by the authorities. Floods. Heavy rainfalls cause floods. Sometimes rivers overflow their banks and the water spills over and submerges the surrounding areas. Floods are very common in India. Rivers such as the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, or the Kosi flood every year. Floods cause a lot of damage to people, animals, and property. During and after the flood, there is acute shortage of drinking water, food, and medical aid. Thus, due to lack of safe drinking water and hygienic conditions, many diseases such as cholera, jaundice, and diarrhea break out and cause deaths. Precautions during floods. People should listen to the radio or watch television for warning and advice. They should keep ready an emergency kit including matchboxes, candles and torch, battery-operated radio, first aid kit, emergency food, water, some clothes and money. They should keep adequate stock of food and fresh water at home. During floods, do not eat food items exposed to flood water. Disconnect all electrical equipment. If possible, drink boiled water. Avoid skin contact with flood waters. Drought. Droughts occur when there is scarcity of rainfall. India is an agricultural country and farmers depend on the monsoon rains. When rainfall is delayed or scarce, it results in drought, which causes scarcity of food. About 2/3 of the total cultivable land in India is influenced by drought. Some parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Orissa, and Rajasthan are particularly prone to drought. Every year, a number of people die due to drought. Precautions. Save every drop of water and plant more trees. Water tanks and reservoirs should be built to store water. Rainwater harvesting systems should be developed. Drought-resistant crops such as sorghum, millets, and maize should be grown. Cyclone. Rotating winds which travel at great speed cause cyclones. Cyclones are always accompanied by very heavy showers. They uproot and destroy everything that comes along their ways. The areas prone to cyclone are West Bengal, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and the coastal areas of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Precautions. During cyclones, it is important to listen weather forecast and keep an emergency kit including first aid kit, essential medicines. The branches of trees near houses should be trimmed regularly. As soon as cyclones start, turn off gas cylinders and switch off electrical appliances. Windows and doors should be closed securely. Help to the victims. There are many government agencies and non-government organizations, NGOs, which work for providing relief to the victims. Besides that, our armed forces help in rescue work. They also drop food, clothes, medicines, etc. in disaster affected areas. Policemen, firemen, etc. also reach the affected areas for the rescue work and help in maintaining law and order.